Hi guys, welcome to the Savvy Money Show with me, your host Sean. If you find any of today's entertainment helpful, don't forget to smash that lovely like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and bell notification. You'll be notified when a new video gets uploaded. If you're looking for a free trading platform which to trade your stocks and shares, don't forget to check out the links in the description below. You can get a share up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. Thank you for giving up your precious time to watch this video. Thank you to all my subscribers. Now on with the show. And it's a red day and the stocks are tumbling. So what do? And I've been putting this meme up and no one's been taking notice. And where has superpower gone? I don't know. Where's our saviour? What's happened to him? What's happened to him? Is it our saviour's lost? So we have to save ourselves. It's time to trim some of the stocks we can take profit in that are spec plays and super spec plays. The ones that are basically overvalued. If you had said to me, come up and said to me without mentioning names, there's a stock that is 3.5, 4x its market cap in less than a year, I would have said, oh, what is it invented? What has it brought out? And you said, nothing new. And is it a pump and dump? No. Oh, does it have new contracts? No. Well, it's picked up a few new contracts, but it might have doubled its contracts, but okay, so it should 2x, possibly, but 3.5x. It's basically not even in a unique space. You have Facebook doing it, granted not as well. You have Microsoft and a number of others working on it, and it's something that can be replicated, and these companies can throw a boatload of cash to finesse their product. So during this period, if you own Zoom, and I know some people who got in at 50, I wish I had. I was recommending people get in at 50, but didn't get in myself. I was too busy doing these videos. Anyway, there I say to them, now, if you have 5 extra money, you take a bit of profit. You can leave a bit on the table if you want. You're playing with the house's money, but I suggest you take some profit. But it's your decision, your money. I'm not a financial advisor. And it goes for all the spec plays, Nikola and all the spec plays. Remember, I've always said Nikola is overvalued. Now they're talking about Nikola taking pre-orders on Monday and how it should jump the stock. No offence, but they was taking pre-orders a couple of months ago, and that was a bit of a farce. So if you want to stick with them, that's fine, there's no problem with that. Just be prepared to stick with them for a long time. Sorry. Zoom is not exactly like a DocuSign, where it's the only one in the space at the moment. And don't get me wrong, with DocuSign, there are other companies coming up with it. But remember, DocuSign has had a lot going with it. It has entered the NASDAQ, which bumps up its price, and it hasn't just doubled its customer base, it has exploded. It has got regulation and legalization. It has really, as the CEO says, it's 10 years. It's in 1 year it's gone through 10 years. But even with DocuSign, I would consider taking my initial investment off the table. I still think DocuSign isn't like the others, it's like a movement. I think things like DocuSign and Peloton are a movement. They will be a thing of their own in the future. Now, a bit like Amazon, maybe not as big, but they could reach it. Facebook. Now, I said for a while Facebook had become overvalued. I was waiting for a pullback. I bought in at 215, a small position, and I'm waiting for a further pullback. The thing about this is we have to look at not getting greedy. I could have said well, I bought in before at 180. I'm going to wait for it to hit 180. Facebook is the kind of company that keeps growing on a constant curve, and if you get too greedy, you could lose it. I took a very small position, and I mean very, very small, and I'm waiting for it to come back. If it goes to 200, I'll take another position. If it goes to 180, then I will load the boat on it. It's as simple as that. Now, the thing that worries me about Facebook is some of the decisions it's been making recently. Now, you have Unilever, Coke, and a load of people pulling advertising. I hope it is just for 30 days, but, well, no, I don't. It's not that I hope, it's just that investment wise, I hope it's for 30 days, because these companies set aside this money for advertising, and I always thought Coke don't need to advertise. People either want a Coke or they don't. Like say Unilever, their brands are so big that they don't really need to advertise, but they do, and they will be saving a lot of money by not advertising. You've got Facebook, even for those 30 days, will get hit. I said this quarter is when you'll find out the real advertising hit from COVID-19, and I thought they would recover in the next quarter. This just goes to show that this is going to hit it as well. Maybe not as much, but it will. So I'm thinking long term. That's why I took a very, very small position. Maybe not as. And when I say small position, it's not the kind of small position Jeremy from Financial Education takes. By small position, I'm talking about a couple of shares. And then each time it goes down, I will increase the amount I pick up. Now, you have to come up with your price points. Do not get greedy, because in the past I've lost out on fantastic opportunities because I'm thinking I'm waiting for it to get down a couple of dollars. Have your price target, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you keep saying I'm waiting 3-4%, you know, remember not to get greedy. If you see with the trends that it's not reaching that, you know, and you already see it discounted. The other thing is, we see that these companies are very overvalued. I've done videos before how PE ratios should be at a full. Should have been at 15. It should have been at 10 to 20 maximum, and people were then making excuses, going 20 to 30. You were then having people making excuses, factoring in a perfect scenario, like with Boeing, like with other companies. You were then having people factoring in the forward PE, which is fine. We should factor in the forward PE, but factoring it in for the current PE. Nah, we are looking at, we have been valuing companies wrong. Look, we're looking at them on future valuations because people were valuing companies like Tesla on future profits and valuations, so they started doing that on all companies, and I warned about doing that in the past, and I got criticised saying I'm losing out on gains that way, but at the same time I'm insulating myself. Now we look at what companies to buy. We look at, hopefully during this period you have done your research on what companies you want long term. You will look at the companies you want to hold for the next 10-20 years and that have good fundamentals, and you'll look at the you will look at the price points, and you will pick up your price points. Don't care about whatever anyone else's price point is, just care about your price point, and then you, when it hits that, you pick up some. That's why we keep 10 to 30% cash on hand to the sidelines. We also want to think about what stocks would do well if there's another outbreak, which there has been, obviously. And I mentioned, I'm not going to go through all of them because it'd take too long. I mentioned Electronic Arts. You know, of course you've got Activision, Blizzard and Codemasters, the gaming stocks. I mentioned CVS Health. See, these couple of ones are still ones that do well in good times but excel in the bad times. And CVS gives a good dividend as well. Barrick Gold. Gold is at an all-time high, yet Barrick Gold is undervalued, under its intrinsic value. And it gives a tiny dividend, but I wouldn't bother too much about the dividend because it's only 28 cents. Now, you have to do your own research. Remember, the new cases hit an all-time high in America, and we shouldn't forget the debt clock. Look at that baby go. Look how much it's going up second by second. You know, I mean, in 10 seconds that goes up another million. That's crazy. Now, yeah. Now, no wonder Mr. Powell hasn't come in to rescue. He's waiting for it to hit lows so they can get a good deal. So at least they can, if they scoop up anything, if and when they scoop up anything, they will get things at a low price so their asset value goes up. Now, everyone's been warned about the overvaluation of stocks. Everyone's been warned to have cash on hand. Now, this isn't chastising anyone, I'm just saying this is the time when we should prepare and think about what stocks we want, and set our price targets. But again, as I said, don't get too greedy. I remember during March lows, there was people saying, I'm going to wait for it to hit another 10% and then pull the trigger. Kind of people who made out of it were the people who were, it's dropped 10%, I'm buying some. It's dropped another 10%, I'm buying some. It's dropped another 10%, I'm buying some. It's dropped another 10%, I'm scooping up more. You know, it doesn't have much more room to go. So you know, each 10% it goes I'm adding another load to my portfolio. Me, funnily enough, I was lucky. I went in at my March lows. That was when I entered the market. I didn't get everything I wanted, but I got pretty much everything at the lows. And then I started doing something I didn't think I would do, which was swing trading. I bought them for long term, but they hit my price points. Now, please have a plan with anything. I always say this: you've got to have a plan. You've got to have an entry and an exit point. You've got to have a plan of what you want to do with these stocks, whether you want to swing trade them, whether you want to hold them long term. It's okay to think you're going to hold them long term, and then because they hit your price point, you want to sell them. But at the same time, you want to have a plan with anything. Now, I'm not doing a penny stocks video at the moment because I think penny stocks are too volatile, and it would just be wrong to do it. However, if enough people comment, then I may change my mind if there is a demand for it, because quite a few people have thanked me for my penny stocks video. For those of you who said that they made money off of it, well done for sticking to your plan. And just for information, 10 to 20% isn't you can make 10 to 20%, that's not a problem, that's still a good return. But with penny stocks, that's a normal day. You either make or you lose 10 to 20%. It's the 30 to 40% and above that you're looking for. That's why you go in the volatility of penny stocks. Anyway, don't forget to let us know in the comments box below what you're planning to do. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.